than that. But make sure you check your buses. If you have those, bring them in every day, every night to us. The Chromebooks should not stay on the buses. It's a computer. It's a computer in that bag. All kids carry them. They're supposed to carry them with them every day. So we've just been having a lot of Chromebooks on the bus. Like today, I think we have one. You have one. You have one.
I have one.
Yeah. So just make sure, if you see these books, to bring them into the office.
No, it's fine.
Okay, maps. Even for you new ones, I know we have a lot of new people, and we may not have went over the maps like we should have. This is how you're supposed to do your maps. There's a sheet in the file cabinet back there that tells you how to color code your maps, what all you need inside your map book. Like, you have to have this tier 1 and tier 2. We need to know what your bus number is, what school you're going to is very important too, what time you depart the lot, your first stop, and the main thing is your first stop time. Make sure this is correct. If you change it in the map book. Because if you're gone, we could run 5 minutes early, we could run 5 minutes late. Then guess what? That generates a lot of phone calls for the office. So
I get yelled at this.
this is very important. If you could have a couple of names here to help out, that would be awesome. The same for the evening route too. The evening route's not that important. It's mainly the morning, but still, fill it out. That's for tier 1 and tier 2. If you go directly from like May South High School, you can also note that on your tier 2. It helps them out. If you go set somewhere, it helps them out. Maps. This is how we want the maps. Yellow is highlighted through the roads. Red gives your arrows and number each stop. The blues are highlighting the houses that are at the stops. It's very important because as a sub, when you drive this route, we need to know where we start, how we go. A lot of times, we need to know the exact stop number, like 1, 2, 3. This one, I think one's over here, yeah. And we're going from a different development through. And see, this is nice. It tells you to go to map 3, and then sometimes I think she has on her, it may be on the next one. But the other big point is do not put the red arrow over the name of the street. Please.
Please don't do that.
Please, because it's very tough when you're in the dark, you have no lights, and you're trying to drive the route. And then you're looking at it, and then the mark is right across it. So you're really, and especially somebody blind as me, it's hard. So please try and avoid, this right here is a perfect map because she puts the arrows past the name of the stop. She shows you how she'll go this way, and then when she comes back through, she shows you how she'll go back through. You see, she goes straight through here like this and around.
Yeah, and the way she has those arrows where she goes back through where they're spaced farther apart where you can see.
So you understand.
Yeah, because I've gotten turned around before. And
I know you guys think this, we're paid on this. It's not. I would like for you guys, for one safety meeting, to put you in somebody else's bus and let you drive it off the maps. First tier, when it's dark, when it's misty, you know, it's tough.
I forgot how hard it is, but over 15 years, but it is, especially at night. in the
But
morning.
see, she kind of gives you little hints and stuff like that, and then head to pray with them. These are very nice, clean, clear maps.
Yes.
Whose maps are they?
Can't tell you. She knows who they are. Assigned seats. It's very important that you have your assigned seats. Especially now. If they change, please bring them in and give them to us. It's very important. You have this signed by us. I've noticed some of us have signed it. I know the lineup sheets have changed quite a bit. Make sure you keep the updated lineup sheet. It's tough when you get there. We'll cause everybody to clog up if we don't. Oh, But the maps, I cannot stress enough how important the maps are, guys. Please, 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 make sure you have, not only the maps that are in here, the same map that's in here needs to be out there on your bus. If something happens to you and we need to come get your bus, we don't have time to come here and get the map. We're gonna use the map that's on your bus. The red notebooks are the maps that, the notebook that is on your bus, not the map, notebook that's in the black file cabinet. The ones that are in here are like yellow or black. But make sure you keep the red notebook in your bus, not in your cubby. I've noticed a lot of them in your cubbies. Okay, yes.
Do you have our health history forms yet? The
No,
pink ones?
but I will get those.
This is for Kathy, because Kathy, are we getting paid for our maps, especially since we've had to go back and make changes and, because I haven't seen it, we haven't seen it on the page yet, but.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but we don't think we got paid for the original maps.
No, you haven't yet. It hasn't been turned in.
I thought it was supposed to be paid out today.
No, no. That was until the maps are completed, then they'll get done. So I do know that part.
I just wanted to say, if you are a new person and you need help with the maps, you can find me and I can help you with it, so that's not a problem. So-
Oh, and the other thing too, in your map books, please make sure everything, we have the new plastic sheets. Please make sure everything is in a plastic sheet. Don't have stuff that the maps that are in here, don't have stuff that is just sitting there, because when we open the map and flip it around and everything, it falls out and it goes everywhere.
And when you're driving down the road and stuff.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I've lost them out the window.
I had a simple one downstairs the other day.
Seating charts, I can probably say we've had at least, I'm gonna be at least a dozen, probably closer to a dozen and a half, maybe even 2 dozen cases of COVID on buses. That just tells you how many times we've had to pull those seating charts, so it's a lot. And if your seating charts aren't up to date, it goes back on you, not on us, because we've told and told and told and told you how important it is. So please make sure that you do that. Ron has something, do you want to go ahead and do it right now?
Sure.
On your write-ups, I just want to assure everybody that if you've written your bus up for a problem, that we don't do anything at all turning it until it's completed. I've got 4 or 5 write-ups in here on the same bus, on the same concern. It's 1 or 2 times, or if you're not sure if it's been fixed, or if it's not something obvious that you can tell, you can call one of us, one of my mechanics, and ask. But yeah, I don't turn these in or do anything with them until, we may be waiting on parts. We may be waiting to get it into Kansas truck for warranty repairs.
Are we gonna start getting copies back, signed copies like we did last year, saying you guys have completed the work?
Well, I know we need some kind of a communication to let you know that the vehicle's been repaired, or bus has been repaired. I don't know, Jessica said she wasn't doing that now, so I don't know.
It's a federal requirement.
A good way to let you know that it's been done. I thought that was a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like that? I mean, you can get a copy in your mailbox to know it's what we've done to it. Okay. We may talk to her and see if we can do that again.
Yeah, we can at least scan them and email them to you guys.
Yeah, but we're fixing it. I mean, it may not be right away. If it's something, it's not a safety concern or something, it's not fixed right. But we're turning them in after the repair, whether waiting on parts, going out for repair somewhere else, whatever. Please just use the top section. I think Kathy already talked to you guys about this. And leave the middle and the bottom sections for us. Don't sign off on the bottom unless you fixed it. Our parts section, and you can use the back section, if you need more space to write. And be descriptive as possible. As much information. If you put PA mic is broke, let us know which one, be it if it's the, or the, you know, the 2A or the PA. As much information as possible to help us figure out what you're talking about. And again, you can put, you know, circle something on the back or write on information on the back to help us. Any questions?
I'm a new guy. In this age of technology, would there be an issue with snapping a picture and sending it to your email and reference the document number on that
I've had that done. Yeah,
to help you understand what it is?
sure. That'd be fine. If you don't think,
I just didn't know if it was allowed or not.
yeah,
You're in a situation where it's losing the
You're saying if the property fixed, don't be writing it up every day?
Ask him about it because they're probably working on it, he
Yeah.
said.
But if you're still driving a bus under the DOT and it's still at fault, it's still in effect.
I'm saying, yeah, if it's safety
You have to
concern.
write it up because you have to have a paper trail, because if you get in an accident or something on it, they're gonna come back on you, why didn't you write it up?
Well, yeah, you have to write it up.
Yeah,
But you know, what I'm saying, you don't have to write up the same thing over and over and over and over.
unless it's fixed.
Put it on your pre-trip sheet,
Is it?
if it's not fixed. Put it on
It
your
has to
pre-trip
go
check
on
sheet.
there, it has to have a paper trail in case you end up in an accident.
It's supposed to either be deferred by the mechanic or remedied by the mechanic. The driver has no way of knowing whether you fixed it or whether you're waiting for it unless you defer it. That's why there's supposed to be two-way documentation. It's the law.
Yeah.
The large gap is we don't know if the paper got lost. So a driver may write something up, and nothing happens because you're waiting on parts. It's a good explanation, but they don't know why it's not being
Yeah.
fixed. They wonder if you even received it.
Yeah, I know there's a communication barrier there.
The driver has no way of knowing if they write something up, they don't know if you fixed it and it has recurred or if you haven't fixed it. That's why there's supposed to be a mechanic signature that says you deferred it because you're waiting for parts or whatever.
But then it's still default, and it's a safety issue at bus line park.
Right, it
It's
should,
safety, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a safety.
unsatisfactory. You don't have to drive it.
Well, they'll get you in a shop if it was a safety.
it's a safety concern, yeah, you don't want. Yeah. You shouldn't be driving the bus.
You just jumped ahead.
Anything else?
Take it off
They're
the
not the
line.
same parts.
Right.
Don't leave it in the spot.
Thank you.
Sorry, Bill.
There is a clipboard, it's back in the back of the room for today's safety meeting. Please make sure you sign it, that's how you get paid for the safety meeting. And there's also a couple of cards going around that thanks them for breakfast, so if you'll sign those, that would be lovely. There was something else.
Kathy,
Yes.
I got something real quick.
Uh-huh.
When you guys are trying to call us for a problem or whatever, if you could key your mic for 2 seconds and then talk, that would help a lot. Because most of the time you'll say your bus number and get halfway through a sentence, and then all I hear is, like the last half, and that's it. Okay, and then I ask you like 20 questions trying to figure out what you're talking about, and I still want to hear what the first part of what you say. Key your mic for a couple seconds, and then talk. It makes it a lot easier.
On the two-way radios, if you're having issues with those and the mechanics can't fix it or won't or don't or whatever the case may be, I know the two-way radios, we have a specialist that takes care of those. So if you have a two-way issue, let me know and we'll send it over to George and have him take care of it for us. Okay? All right. Rick. Technology.
I love it.
Well, while I'm getting it back up, I do want to note that we do have, for those of you that don't know, we do have 2 new trainers since I'm not doing it anymore. Tracy Case is one of our trainers this year, and I give up. Crystal Flickinger is also a trainer for us. So give me 2 shakes here to try this again. We're gonna talk a little bit about driver expectation. Richard and I have been talking a lot about what we're gonna do. I hate to even say that we've been in good shape for the last couple of days. It's a jinx, it feels like, but yeah. So since we're hurting for drivers, Richard and I have been discussing, and Dr. Higgins, what what that might look like. I'm just gonna let you fix that. When he says they're talking about going back full time, and I hear some of you go, oh, how in the world with the numbers going up? Keep in mind, they have to be optimistic. Families want to go back full time. So even if it's unlikely, and I just can't believe we can go back full time, I'm not them. They have to plan for it, they have to prepare for it, they have to put it out there in front of the parents and say, this is what it would look like if we do it. So please don't panic right away, because there's a lot that has to happen before that can even take place. I panicked when they talked about it on, I don't know if you guys watched that painful 2-hour and 40-minute board meeting the other night, when they talked about